morning. I pray with and to you all to center us upon a quieter time, to consider silence, the beauty and offense of it, the necessity of it and the way it soothes, assaults, and unmasks us in our needs and defenses. I direct our thoughts upon Brad and Lisa and family in this season of change, adjustment, and discernment, and thoughts and thoughtfulness upon us all and those near and far, to our little nagging nuisances and our national transgressions and hopes. I commend us to be a source of care with and for each other in sweet and ugly times. For life is beautiful and difficult. It is full of suffering and deep fulfillments, silence and noise. I pray to you in the loud spaces of the world, intending, envisioning, centering, meditating. I do not pray to a God as portrayed by theism or some projected super being. Perhaps the holy abides within, between, and beyond us. Perhaps the spiritual abides and emerges within, between, and beyond. And perhaps the spirituality of silence brings about new awareness and vision, allows us to recognize what needs fuller revealing. Perhaps silence reveals not only the important, but the essential, and it may expose the cult of the urgent and the idolatry of the static, the numbness, and the distraction. So the spiritual in essence within us as self-worth and dignity and wholeness, in radical self-acceptance that allows us to be circumspect and calm about both our attributes and flaws, the consideration and embrace of our propensity to make mistakes and our ability to make fewer mistakes along the way. And then spirituality between us in intimate connections, in the intersection of sexes and souls, the union and abiding in solidarity, relating well in the comfort of the dialogue and the sharing of silence. And spirituality in essence beyond, in mystery, in memory, in all that transcends, in the stars, deep space, deep time, and upon the earth we step. Each of us lives with a certain kind of loudness, I suppose. Interference, obsessions, static, sticky realities and struggles. Eric Hoffer was quoted in the Boston Globe a few years back. Hoffer was a self-taught social philosopher who gained recognition by analyzing mass movements and social dynamics in the post-World War II era. The quote used was this: "The feeling of being hurried is not usually the result of living a full life and having no time. It is born of a vague fear that we are wasting our lives." What is this busyness, this pervasive or prominent loudness that binds or blinds or drives us? Perhaps an aversion to silence? I'm not sure if I live with any debilitating loudness or an addiction to loudness and the perversion of busyness, but perhaps it is all too apparent and lurking. The need to demonstrate worthiness through doing and accomplishing, proving, keeping silence at bay as if it's some threat to my daily functioning. Well, I've gotten better at slowing down. I deal with this static and perhaps the steady and sometimes loud beat of don't just stand there, do something mentality. And wouldn't it be neat if we turned that adage around so that it went like this: don't just do something, be silent and stand there. So what are the loud realities within each of us? Might we be courageous and honest to reveal what can be seen and addressed? Might we be a little more open to really thinking about, inviting, enacting, and benefiting from silence in our lives, to practice and befriend it, to allow it to be salvific in our days before we are dead. The sounds of silence, the threat of silence, the need and beauty of silence. May it all be considered as Brad leads the way in this new series. And may all of you, with whatever you bring into this gathering, be compelled and challenged and comforted. May it be so.